The right type of meditation for an entrepreneur is not what you think. What up? It's Dalaney Davis, and if you're a creator, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a little ADHD, if you're a big thinker, then in this episode, I'm going to share with you some key insights on the type of meditation that we should be doing for focus and clarity to start our day, and how some other types of meditations may actually be detrimental to your focus and your productivity within your day. Now, I've spent my whole adult life meditating because it was one of those things that was always told you should do as an entrepreneur, if you're mindfulness, if you want to be good and grow. So it's something that I've always explored and always dabbled in. Now, I've done so many different types of meditations and so many different versions, and they all have their different pros and cons. And I'm going to start this episode by sharing some key types of meditations that are helpful, but detrimental to our focus to start our day. And then at the end, I'm going to share with you 3 key types of meditations that you should do to level up your morning so you can get laser focused and create the clarity and movement and power you need as an entrepreneur and a creator. So firstly, if you're feeling scattered and you want to create some focus, starting your day with an eyes closed meditation is actually detrimental, particularly as an entrepreneur, as a creator, little ADHD mind, is that type of thing is just too distracting and it doesn't actually create much benefit. It usually can actually put us into a bit of a shame spiral because we might not have been able to sit silently with our eyes closed for the full 20 minutes or whatever it might be. So a closed eyes meditation with no stimulation doesn't work. Okay then, what about a Vipassana? Asking yourself a deep introspective question and musing on that in the morning, will that help as an entrepreneur? Again, no. It can help in moments, right? Like I think that's a good one for the weekend. If you go up on a walk and go up a hill, you can ask yourself that deep introspective question. But to start your day with that is actually detrimental. Because what it's going to do is it's going to put you into an intellectual state of consciousness. An intellectual state of consciousness where you're going to start questioning more. You're going to start asking questions. And how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you start your day asking questions, you're going to spend your day asking questions and probably not going to get a lot done. So Vipassana is out of the question. Okay, what about a visualization meditation? They're meant to help, right? You should visualize your goals and then you'll be more motivated to do them. Sorry, not quite. Because we will do more to avoid pain than gain pleasure. We will do more to avoid pain than gain pleasure. So starting our day with a positive visualization is detrimental because the brain knows no different. If you visualize your future goals or what it is you want to achieve, your brain thinks you've achieved it in a way. Now your emotional state will regulate from it, which is a good thing, but your brain will think you've already achieved it and your motivation and your drive will actually be impacted. So starting your day with a visualization doesn't work. Again, I believe a visualization is a good one to do right after you've set a new goal and you just connect to it. You make it more clear, you give it more detail. But to use it as a daily starter doesn't work as an entrepreneur. To create that focus and that power to start your day powerfully. Okay, D, so no Vipassana, okay, no visualization. What about just a simple mindfulness meditation about, accepting your thoughts and letting them come and go free from judgment? Again, how you do anything is how you do everything. What a mindful meditation is going to do is leave you in a state of thinking again and sort of fugazi, where things are going to come up that you should do and you're probably not going to do them because you're just going to let them float away. So D then, what is the best type of meditation for an entrepreneur to do, that creative mind to do, that scattered brain so we can get laser focused and start your day? So for myself, I'm quite ADHD. I am very, very scattered. I can only work on projects for maybe 5 days maximum. It used to only be a day, and now my current limit is 5. And I'm struggling and trying every single day to make that longer and longer. My concentration time on any given project used to be about a minute to 2 minutes before I would flick off to another tab or check my phone or change the song I was listening to or some other crap like that. And by adopting this meditative practice that I'm going to share with you, I now can do deep work effortlessly, where I'm spending 90 minutes, 3 hours completely hyper-focused on what it is I'm doing and achieve it. I can dial back in after a conversation or dial back in after a lunch break with a simple 1-minute exercise using this particular type of meditative principles to get laser focused in and start powerfully executing. Now, this type of meditation, I kind of call it focus meditation, but another way of saying it is concentration meditation, where you might focus on a single object, a sound, or a sensation to improve your focus. Now, there is direct science between your eyes and dopamine, where by using our eyes, we re-engage our dopaminergic centers, which re-engages our motivation and re-engages our focus. There's a great podcast episode on it from the Huberman Labs, which I'll put in the show notes, but it really is a game changer, because remember, how you do anything is how you do everything. So if we meditate with our eyes open, by focusing specifically on, say, an item, everything changes. So there's 3 type of levels that we can use this type of meditation for that's really, really powerful. The first one is a candle meditation, or even a dot on the wall. What you do is you can just set a timer for even a minute to start with and slowly get yourself higher and higher, is you just lock your eyes on a candle for a minute. And what you're doing is you're re-channeling and refocusing and strengthening your focus muscles to really laser in on that target. And then I encourage you to maybe every 2 days is double the time till you eventually get to a place of around 20 minutes. And you'll find your focus really reignite and re-engage. The other best practice for you to do this on is perhaps after lunch, before you get back to work, is simply just stare at something on the wall. If you're going to the bathroom, just stare at the wall, one specific spot on the wall, and you'll find that you re-engage your focus. It is truly a simple practice to get refocused and retrain yourself out of the ADHD scattered brain. Before I get to the golden one, which is the space-time dilation, I just want to plug here as well that it doesn't have to be sitting in silence on a cushion. Meditation, in a way, particularly focused meditation, can literally be an activity where requires your attention and focus to get it done. Say, for example, without even knowing it, but my passion for weightlifting is my meditation. It is a way for me to just block out everything else and focus on one thing for an hour and get it done. One of my friends was saying that he loves going for a sprint, just one quick sprint after lunch or before lunch to just re-engage that focus. So choose an activity that requires your full attention and focus, and that can really, again, help master your mind and re-engage your focus. Now, the golden goose, the top prize winner, the best distinction tool exercise I've ever come across is a distinction called the space-time dilation. Now, this practice will re-engage your focus and help connect you to the present moment and your faraway goals without having to think about your faraway goals. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. Now, this distinction of the space-time dilation takes about 1 minute, and it is truly game-changing. But I must implore you, you should do and get good at just doing, say, staring at a candle or a dot before you move on to this one, because it requires a little bit more attention, if you will. So to do the space-time dilation, it's simply 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. And what that is you close your eyes and you just focus on your heart or your breath for 3 breaths. And then after those 3 breaths, you open your eyes and you stare at the palm of your hand or your fingertip, whatever is your choice, but you just stare at your palm for 3 breaths. Then an object, maybe about 1 meter to 2 away from you, and you just laser focus in and stare at that for 3 breaths. And then after those 3 breaths, then you stare at the horizon for 3 breaths. And then after you've stared at the horizon, without moving your eyes, go to your perceptual focus and look at everything around the horizon. And then what you do, you go back to your eyes closed. For 3 breaths, your palm, an object, the horizon, the wider space. Eyes closed, palm, object, horizon, wider space. And what you'll find is ideas will naturally come to you of what you should do to get you from where you are to where you want to go. I did this practice, and this idea for this podcast episode came to me and said, damn, D, you should do a podcast on this. This is a great tool that you've found. And what it is it's retraining your focus and connecting you to the present moment right here, right now, and to where you want to go. Because I've said this 1,000 times, but how you do anything is how you do everything. This space-time dilation practice is truly the game changer of game changers when it comes to the entrepreneurial mind, the creative mind, the ADHD, and I highly, highly recommend you employ it into your daily practice. I do it after the gym and I'm headed to work, and just as I sit down at my desk, I just do it. I don't give a shit if people at my co-working space think I look a bit loony staring at my palm for 3 seconds, but it's truly a game changer. And the other one, as I implore you, is to find an activity or a practice that requires your focus, and a candle or a dot meditation practice as well for the longer form focus and retention. I fundamentally believe the future belongs to those who can harness their focus and harness their attention. And for us game changer entrepreneurs and creatives and big thinkers, this is an essential skill we must master. Master your focus and you'll master your life. Love your work. Deep.